Alright guys, Dokkan has dropped details for two brand new units. We're getting a Dr. Arinsu and a Panzy come into the game. These are essentially Peppy Girls units without being Peppy Girls units because this is the Peppy Girls slot. That's 3 Peppy Girls, that's 3 shots. Let me know how you took down in the comments. And while you're down there as well, let me know what you think of these units. If you'll be summoning, I suggest you don't. They are bait banners to take up some of your stones. But if you want to summon, by all means, it's entirely up to you. And while you're down there as well, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. All the support is very much appreciated. So jumping into it, Arinsu will lead Battle of Wits or Dimer category with the key +3, HP, attack and defense +170. Plus an additional HP, attack, and defense of 50% for characters that also belong to Demonic Power, Mission Execution, or Siblings Bond. So actually not a bad full lead, if I do say so myself. It's actually quite a strong lead for kind of like one of these side releases. The link skills are Brainiacs, Master of Magic, Prodigies, Scientist, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, and Shattering the Limit. She does have an entrance animation which will activate when there is another Demonic Power or Battle of Wits category ally on the team upon the character's entry, which I mean you're looking at SJ4 Daima Goku, Mini Daima Goku, you're looking at Goma as well being one of the bigger ones, and of course if running dual leads there's also herself. She will get a one-time permanent buff of both 250% attack and defense and 40% damage reduction. She'll also start with 250% attack and defense. She gives all allies key +2, self-excluded unfortunately, and 40% attack and defense and damage reduction rate of 10% for the character and allies whose name includes Majin Ku or Majin Du, which is quite nice, especially with that combined all allies key +2 as well. So Du and Ku units are up. Then when attacking with 11 or less key, she'll launch 2 additional attacks, each which have a 70% chance of performing a super attack. That's something I don't think we've ever really seen, if at all, in Dokkan. So that means if you don't get her the key she needs, she will have 2 additional super attacks or 2 additional attacks which have a 70% chance to become a super attack. So the game is basically saying, hey, if you don't get the key, if you don't super attack with her, don't worry, here's a contingency plan. I actually quite like that, I'm not gonna lie. It's a shame that it looks like it's purely just attached to this and there's no additional elsewhere. Like if it was with 12 key that she gets a 30 or a 50 chance, but I quite like that. Because it's kind of like Dokkan being like, hey, here's a second chance. Actually, here's 2 second chances. There's a second and third. Then when attacking with 12 or more keys, she gets 300% attack, guard, and 10% damage reduction. So to be fair, you actually do kind of want the 12 key because then she'll have 50% damage reduction and guard and a hefty amount of extra attack. Then before attacking, she has a 70% chance to dodge and 10% damage reduction rate if they made her a slot 1. Which I can't lie is huge considering you can put her on Daima. And Daima's already kind of ish packed. You know, you've got both SSJ4s. You've got mini SSJ3 Vegeta who still holds his own. You've got adult SSJ3 who, with the new SSJ3 mini Goku, I think the crit chance on him, or the guaranteed crit from the EX super attack, is huge. You've got Goma. So that means in slot 1, she has a 70% chance to dodge with a full 60% damage reduction as long as you're getting 12 key in slot 1. Which is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Then when 3 or more extreme class allies are on a team, she also gets a 20% chance to dodge before attacking. I mean, that's actually doable. Because, sure, you can kind of weaken the team a little bit, but you run dual Arinsus or dual Gomas, and then you run 1 of her or 2 of her, 1 Goma. But if you do it her way, because she leads Daima, you can actually have a Daima category team with her with dual leads. I said you lose a little bit on the overall lead. You lose a little bit in terms of overall stats. But then you can actually put her in slot 1 with 90% chance to dodge and 50% damage reduction, or 60% damage reduction, shall I say. Which, I can't lie, might be a shout. She's really good. See, this is what Dokkan do. This is how they get you. But don't do it. Unless you've got millions of stones or you spend money, don't do it. Don't fall for the bait. Then when receiving an attack, she gets 200% defense. Oh, I've already done that bit. Silly me. Then per mission execution or siblings bond category ally on the team, she gets 200% attack when attacking up to 400%, so essentially twice. Then as the first attacker of the turn, 300% attack. They really want you to put her in slot 1. I mean, on her own category, easily. Especially if you're not focusing heavily on just pure Daima. Then for every attack received or evaded, 50% attack and defense and 200%, which is what she goes up to. Which again is pretty easy when you consider the fact that if you put her in slot 1 with the 3 or more extreme class allies, she's majority of the time, yes, there's a small chance she doesn't. And it could easily happen if you get bad RNG. But she's going to be dodging the majority of attacks, so you can get that done probably on her first appearance. Then starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, demonic power category allies, 20% attack for 2 turns when attacking, but they only get that once. Which isn't too bad. Again, when you can factor in the units that do benefit from that, Deborah being another one as well, she looks really good. I wasn't expecting her to be this good. However, she does only go on 4 categories, which is Battle of Wits, Daima, Demonic Power, Dragon Ball Seekers, which are quite strong categories if I do say so myself. Then on Super Attack, it does look like she has 2. She actually has an 11 Super Attack, 11 key Super Attack, and a 12 key Super Attack. So it's kind of like Gotenks, where on the 11 key, she'll greatly raise attack by 50% for 4 turns, cause supreme damage to the enemy, and raise chance to evade enemy's attack. Or raise, why have I worded it like that? Let me try that again. Cause supreme damage to the enemy and raises chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, by 30% for 1 turn. So that means you could have guaranteed dodge in slot 1. Like, very easily, you could have guaranteed dodge in slot 1. I mean, she's almost there if you set up everything right anyway. But even if you're just short of it or don't have 3 extreme class allies, she almost has guaranteed chance to dodge. This must be the, like, a do and coup super attack. I'm not gonna lie, she looks, she looks so good. Then 12 key super attack, she'll massively raise attack by 100% for 4 turns, and massively raise defense by 100% for 1 turn. Cause immense damage to the enemy, and all attacks become crits for 1 turn. If this is what Arinsu's doing, I wonder what Panzy's doing, but she looks really, really good. Dokkan are really trying to get us to spend our stones. Next, we have Panzy, who will lead Demonic Power or Daima category with key +3, HP, attack and defense +170, plus an additional HP, attack and defense +50% for characters who also belong to Battle of Wits, Realm of Gods, or Pure Saiyans. So she's actually inadvertently helping units like SSJ4 Daima Goku, SSJ3 Daima Vegeta, and their mini variants a ton. So if you're missing those at this point, or one of them, she does give you another option. Surprised that lead quite a lot, to be fair. Also Supreme Kai as well. She has a link skill of Courage, The Innocence, Brainiacs, More Than Meets the Eye, Battlefield Diva, Master of Magic, and Shattering the Limit. She can activate her entrance animation, so she has one as well. When there's another Demonic Power of Battle of Wits category ally on the team upon the character's entry, she will have 1 time but permanently keep both 200% attack and defense and a chance to crit by 30%, but only for 1 time. Launch an additional super attack for 4 turns. Once it's gone, it is gone. She will start with key +2, 200% attack and defense with a 20% chance of damage reduction, or not chance, but 20% damage reduction. Guaranteed additional super. All allies 20% attack and defense, and 40% attack and defense, and a chance to evade enemies' attack by 10%. The character and allies whose name includes Goku Mini Daima or Supreme Kai Mini Daima on the team. So that means the new SSJ3 Mini Daima Goku and Supreme Kai will both be getting a total of 60% attack and defense, and also an extra 10% chance to dodge. And then not only that as well, SSJ4 Mini Goku will also benefit from that as well, getting that big old chunky support. Big fan of that. It's some really strong support, considering of course Panzy does go on Daima. So another great unit to add to the team along with Dr. Arinsu. And then before evading an attack within a turn, she does have an 80% chance to dodge. Are we potentially seeing another slot 1 unit? Because again, that means Daima's just getting flooded with some great slot 1 units. Yes, there's a lot of RNG because they need to dodge, but there's a lot of dodge chance here. Then, when attacking, she does get 200% defense and a 50% chance of interrupting the attacked enemy. So that means you've got a 50% chance to just get an attack break. Then also a 30% chance of interrupting the attacked enemy. So that's an 80% chance for an attack break. What? Dokkan, why are we dropping absolute heat on just these filler releases right now? What's going on? I mean, again, I know what's going on. You're trying to take our stones off of us, but what? So what? Then attacking is the second or third attacker in a turn, 300% attack or a chance to crit by 30%. Launch an additional attack, there's a 70% chance to become a super attack. So it does look like you do actually want to put her in slot 2 or slot 3. So basically, the way it would work is if you put her in slot 2 or slot 3, before she evades an attack, she does get 80% chance to dodge. So essentially, let's just say the first attack, when that attack hits her, she still has the 80% chance to dodge. So then it kicks in, she dodges. Since she's already dodged, she then loses the 80% chance to dodge for the rest of the turn. Okay. I kind of hope she had some dodge chance in here. I still hope there is, because then you could put her in slot 1. But it's not looking like she does, unfortunately. Then for every super attack performed, she does get 50% attack and defense up to 200%, and then starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, Battle of Wits, category allies, 20% attack for 2 turns when attacking. But again, after the 2 turns are done, it is gone. It's a shame that she isn't actually a dodge unit. She gets it once, and then when she does dodge one attack, the 80% dodge chance does go. It would have been nice if, like, she just had less. But still, it's still a strong thing to have, because it does mean the first initial attack she does actually have 80% chance dodge for, but it would have been nice if there was still dodge in there. Either way, she does look like a very good unit nonetheless. She does go on Demonic Power, Daimler, Battle of Wits, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Youth. And on Super Attack, she is greatly raising attack and defense by 50% for 4 turns, causes immense damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense. So let's see what these animations are saying. Hi Pansy, I'm Chris. I'm not going with you. I have to say though, the animations look really, really clean. Like, they look really, really good. They're nothing special, but they do look really nice.
It's time to set the main plan into motion.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. Bah.
I'm not gonna lie, for side releases, the animations look great. I love Dude. Dude's great. So is Ku, but Dude's my guy. Fair. I mean, solid animations and really good units. And do you know what's funny? Literally, while recording this video, Dokkan have dropped EZAs for 18 and then also Mamba as well. So this is essentially the Peppy Girls time slot, except both these units don't go on Peppy Girls. But it's essentially where they drop the Peppy Girls unit. So we'll make another video shortly on those. But let me know what you think about Pansy and Dr. Arinsu down in the comments. And if you'll be summoning, don't do it. Don't use your stones. But by all means, it's entirely up to you. I'll see you in the next video, guys, which will literally be in like a couple minutes time. And I'll see you there, hopefully. Peace.